right, questions for Coach Stevens. We'll start with Dan Roche.
Hi, Brad. Hope all is well. Just a thought on what it was like to wake up this morning knowing that you were about to open up another season with your group as the Boston Celtics go forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think you always, first of all, you're so in the mode of just making sure every T is crossed and I is dotted as you go through this early part of the season, and then even in this morning's shoot around, right? That you're really just focused on the work and the task. But I do think you take a minute at the start of each of these seasons and you recognize, first of all, it's going to be a long year. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of things to navigate. And the key is to constantly get better and try to be your very best at the end. There's an excitement to a new season. There's great challenge that comes with the new season. Every team is its own entity. And so we're going to have to, see if we can put our best foot forward with this group. We're looking forward to it.
Eric Name.
Hey, Brad. I know the Bucks really haven't gotten to show a lot with Jrue on the floor, but you've played the Bucks a ton in the last couple of years. What do you think bringing in Jrue Holiday for Eric Bledsoe kind of does to that roster?
Well, first of all, Eric Bledsoe and George Hill are really good players. And so to make a trade that involves those two, that means you're bringing in a special guy, like a guy that can attack offensively, that, can shoot it, can drive it, is a great putter, knows when to cut, which is a great fit for obviously all of Giannis's drives and all of the attention he and Middleton get with the ball. And then you bring in one of the elite defenders in the league. So obviously he's a heck of a player. They've got a really good team. I mean, they've obviously been at the top of the East for the last 2 years. Had a pretty significant advantage over everyone else with their win totals. And, I think really highly of them. I think really highly of Bud. I think really highly of the additions. So, they certainly don't seem to be losing steam.
Jay King.
Brad, you've talked a lot recently about the roles for this team. Why did you think that defining roles was so important for this group?
Well, it's important for every group. Sometimes you learn more as the season goes on. I think that we will certainly do that. But we have a lot of guys that when you're young, instead of trying to do everything well, and you end up not doing anything well. And so we need our guys to be focused on what they do best and add value around, obviously the guys that we're going to go to. And I think that, we're with Kimba out, it's going to put quite a test on each guy, because that's just a little bit more attention they get. And so rather than trying to make up for it with one person, we just need to soar with our strengths. And I know you've heard me say that. It's probably getting old hearing me say that, but that's the way I look at it. That's the way we need to be. Because to be quite candid, we're not going to be able to beat the best of the best the other way right now.
Last question, Jim Ozarski.
Hi, Brad. Not that your group or the league needs reminders with the mask wearing and the testing, but when a game is canceled, what do you think that may do for you guys as coaches and players here just so early in terms of the reminder of this isn't the bubble and that sort of self-accountability, self-discipline for everyone involved?
Yeah, I mean, I literally just heard that as we were walking in here. So I don't know why the game was canceled or anything else. I know that we're all over every day doing what we need to do, both in the facility and recognizing the responsibility that we all have to each other as a staff, as players, and everybody else. And even the smallest of interactions can threaten that. But it's why we test every day. It's why we test, right now we've got tests that are point of care and PCR that are 24-hour return. So we've got both of those things going on. And at the same time, shows just how fragile it is. I don't think, Jim, that we necessarily needed a reminder, because all you have to do is look at the NFL, turn on college basketball, talk to your friends, and it's everywhere. And, we're going to do our very best to avoid it.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.